What's up, party people? Time to do some live rankings. What's up, Kyle? How's your night going?
Well, I got myself giggling over here a little bit because I never really noticed this before. I always enjoy the theme song, the opening theme, but for some reason tonight it just popped in my head at the beginning when it does like that, and then breaks down.
Yeah,
It's almost like a oh shit, here we go. It's just like
pretty much. That's how it goes. I'm live over here on Instagram too, and Ryan makes a good point. Why can't it be September already? Nah, dude, I totally feel that. I think
Dude,
we all feel that to our
in my
core.
bones. I feel
No
that.
doubt, man. I cannot wait for September to be here. It's got to be like one of the best months of the year, if not the best month. The only month that can really compete with it is October, I feel like. So just
Maybe, well, I don't know. I like December. I like getting that time off work for the holidays, but
yeah, but
uh,
the weather's not as good.
that's true. Any day in football season is a good day,
I'm
honestly.
not gonna lie, October's pretty good because I'm a basic bitch. I love some pumpkin spice everything. It's right in the middle of football season. That's usually when your best football's kind of going on. September's got that preseason, like college football. You've got your pre-conference. You know, your teams aren't quite warmed up in the NFL yet, so it's September is getting us there, and then October is kind of where things just take off, and you get pumpkin stuff. So just throwing that out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I have this up on screen already. There's us. Hey, there we go. Sweet. Let's see who we've got in the chat. Of course, we have Albert. What's up, Albert? Nice to have you in here. Thanks for joining us. We also have Mr. Sarcastic in the house. Danny Dimes better be top 10.
I didn't even have him
We
there
don't
to
even
be
have
ranked.
player card ready.
I
Man.
missed him.
Oh,
He's there now.
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't have any intention of ranking him tonight.
Oh, we'll
but
rank him. We can rank him for Mr. Sarcastic.
I don't know how far we'll get because we're gonna try to do redraft and dynasty. So
Yeah, it's only an hour-long show. I don't know if we're ranking the top 60. Are we?
we'll do redraft first. So if we run out of time on dynasty, we can just do like a quick top 10 or something. But
I don't think we're going that high on that.
yeah, I fully did not
Whoa.
intend to have Daniel Jones in the rankings, but he's on the board just in case we have a change of heart. All
Man.
for Mr. Sarcastic's sake.
Love it. All right. So let's go ahead. Since we're going to try to cover as much as possible, let's go ahead and jump into some rankings really quick. What do you say?
Yeah, man. Like you say, let's hit redraft first.
Okay.
And I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of argument throwing Josh Allen in number one, right? He's finished as the top QB the last 2 years.
No, I don't think there's any sort of argument there.
Been
Also, by the way,
amazing.
we have this list over here is an alphabetical order by last name. So
Yeah, so you can't guess how we'll rank them based on this list. But,
right.
yeah, I mean, he finished number one the last 2 seasons, has even better weapons this year. Gabe Davis instead of Sanders and Beasley, and now he's got another little weapon in James Cook. So
yeah, I don't think there's any argument there.
I don't think we'll see a whole lot of argument here, Mister. I can run the ball, I can throw the ball. I'm the freaking man.
He is, man. And what's crazy is sometimes you see quarterbacks like that have a good season, kind of come out of nowhere, have a good season, and then the next season people kind of figure him out, or they get injured because of that style of play or something. And Josh Allen is just a tank, and being able to do it more than one season, put seasons together like that, I think he's solidified himself as the number one QB.
Yeah. Even when he has, down games like the freaking snow game or what was that one where he got less than 10 points, like the Jets or something, if I remember right?
Yeah.
Or the Texans. It was somebody super easy that he literally got no points against.
Yeah, I mean, what quarterback doesn't have a down game or two like that?
So even with a couple of clunkers like that, he still finishes number one.
I mean, most do have a game like that just because of a game plan, and so. Mr. Sarcastic says, I remember 2 years ago you could have gotten Josh Allen in the 14th round. Yeah, no one really believed in him. We got Cockpit in house, by the way. What's up? What's up?
What's up, man?
Also, I meant to throw Albert's name up on there. He deserves that. Welcome.
Oh, I thought you already did that while I was getting Danny Dime's card on the thing.
No. I want to throw that up on there for him.
The card we won't use.
All right, so you want to move to the second one?
Yeah, and I'm just going to throw this out there. I don't think it's any contest either, Mr. Mahomes.
Yeah. I would say for me, it's close with Justin Herbert, maybe, but I think you're right. I think Mahomes right now is still number 2 here.
Yeah, and I think it's mostly based off of experience and that mastery of that offense. I know Herbert has shown that he's really, really good, but I think Mahomes still gets the edge in that offense.
Yeah.
But that answers the next question.
I agree.
Herbert's a very tight third.
I agree. I like Herbert there too. Yeah, I think that's easily the top 3 for me.
It's more like 2A and 2B.
Kind of, yeah. I wouldn't be disappointed if someone grabbed Mahomes over Herbert, which I think is probably what's gonna be happening. Mahomes still has that. Actually, I take that. I think people are going to be down on Mahomes losing Tyreek Hill, which I think is kind of silly. I think
because they got more deep threats. I mean, they don't have Tyreek Hill, of course, but he's still got Kelsey, still got some talented receivers.
Here's my spiel on Patrick Mahomes really quick. Patrick Mahomes last year struggled. He struggled because he was trying to chuck it downfield way too much, and he was missing wide open underneath receivers, including Travis Kelce, right? Mm-hmm. Well, this year he won't be chucking up balls to Tyreek Hill in triple coverage trying to make these big plays. I think because he lost Tyreek Hill, I think he's going to have to focus a little more and run that offense a little bit more efficiently. And I think that's where he becomes very dangerous. You know, you kind of get into that Texas Tech style passing, right?
I was just about to say the same thing. Yeah.
The passes are 5 to 10 yards, and you're just little by little working your way down the field or the air raid, right? And so I feel like that's going to be that comfort zone. And I feel like that is where Patrick Mahomes is probably going to really excel. And so I think people are overlooking a lot of that. I think they discount him because Tyreek Hill's gone, but I feel like it's going to force him back into what's probably his most efficient way of playing.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing about falling back into that Texas Tech dink and dunk kind of mindset.
Yep.
It's possession football. It's not.
It's annoying and it's hard to stop.
Yeah. It's not throwing up a prayer every other play. It's like you say, it's possession football, you know, move the chain steadily down the field. And I think he'll get back into that more efficiency this year. And then Herbert, of course, they re-signed Mike Williams. They've got Keenan Allen still. They went out and got him a tight end in Everett.
Yep.
They got a rock star freaking compliment to Austin Eckler with Isaiah Spiller. Like, that offense is going to be legit.
Yeah, I'm loving that. James, people forgot how good Watson still was after Hopkins left. Yeah, just because your stud leaves doesn't mean that's like Aaron Rodgers probably isn't going to struggle that bad without Devontae Adams. I mean, It is what it is. So, no, I agree. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click that yet. Are you done with Herbie?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. So our next guest, Albert, is guessing at number 4 being Lamar Jackson.
The number 4 is where it starts getting a little bit
tougher.
Non-consensus, I think. I think everybody pretty much has those 3 in the top 3 in some order.
Yeah.
Number 4 is where everybody starts, looking different.
Well, do you want to go ahead?
I was just going to say you can make a case here for Lamar, Brady, Burrow. some of these guys, Kyler Murray, Aaron Rodgers. I mean, you can make a case for anybody just about starting in this area. But I do. Well, go ahead and say what you're going to say before I say this next part.
I mean, I think it's hands down Danny Dimes, right?
Yes, okay. It's Danny Dimes for me.
Okay, you want to know who I'm thinking here?
Yeah.
I agree with Albert here. I think it's Lamar Jackson.
I do too. Okay. And it's because of, and that's what I was going to say, it's because of that rushing ability.
Yep. Same. It's killer.
I think it will. I think that makes the difference between him and the other ones I listed.
Yep.
Because, like I said, it was just 2 years ago. This guy's MVP of the league. He's got, like, top 10 running back stats on top of QB stats.
Yep.
Like, the dude's a freak. He lost Marquise Brown, but he didn't chuck it up to Marquise Brown.
No.
He still got Bateman. They funneled targets to Andrews. And the running game should be a lot better this year. So I think all of those things combined, I really think Lamar Jackson's number 4 here.
I agree. I don't think losing Marquise Brown has any impact on any of this. He didn't utilize Marquise Brown that much. He utilizes Andrews. Andrews is his go-to guy. That rapport that they have built is just, it's dangerous for opposing teams, and it's great for his fantasy value. Bateman's a good wide receiver. And so I don't know who else they actually have there. Duvernay, is that their second wide receiver?
Yeah, Duvernay is going to be their number 2 right now, and I think Prochet is number 3.
But you know what? They know where their strengths are at and where they need to spend the money, and it ain't at wide receiver with Lamar Jackson as your quarterback, right? And Duvernay, I mean, he's had some moments, I suppose. So Mr. Sarcastic says Lamar on a contract year and coming back from a midseason last year. Yeah, so I think he's got something to prove, and I think he's going to ball out this year.
I do too.
In fact, I would not be surprised if he actually finishes in that top 3. But I'm ranking him number 4.
Yeah, he very easily could end up in that top 3.
He's not knocking on.
If he stays healthy all year, he could get back to that 2 years ago form where he's, he could be the top guy.
Yeah, he's not knocking on tier 1's door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, we got Derryberry in the house. What's up, Maine? Welcome in.
What's up, homie?
Okay, so that's 4 in. Let's go for who's your number 5?
This one's tough. But I think Kyler Murray bounces back this year a bit. He's got some rushing ability too. I feel like, they lost Christian Kirk, but they've still got Ertz. They got Marquise Brown. Hopkins comes back after 6 games. Connor's a full-time starter. The weapons are still there. I think Kyler Murray is the next guy.
I 100% agree, actually.
And again, it's because of that rushing upside.
Yeah, 100%. Those rushing yards, those rushing quarterbacks, that's that value. I mean, that's what pushed Josh Allen at the top. So Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, I mean, there's so much value in that. So much value.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I agree. Like you said, they lost Christian Kirk, but who cares? They got Marquise Brown. I mean, those two have chemistry, right? So, I mean, they had a good college career together. So, I'm
expecting a lot of fireworks with Hollywood and Kyler for sure early season.
Marquise
Let's see what happens when Hopkins comes back. We'll see what happens when Hopkins is back, but early season for sure, Murray to Hollywood's going to be a thing.
I personally think that even when Hopkins comes back, Hollywood thrives even more.
I think he could too, but he might lose,
I
a
think
few
he loses
targets here
quantity,
and
but
there.
he gains quality. Loses quantity, gains quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Let me say Murray falls off late in season. He's done it last 2 years as rushing upside ruins him for playoffs, it seems. Maybe he's going to mature in there a little bit too, make some better decisions. Hard to say. Zach Wilson's got to be number one now, right?
Number one in your hearts, for sure.
Number one in your hearts. I was about to say the same thing. What a bro.
That's funny.
Love it. Man, that's what's funny is I saw the same thing, or a funny thing yesterday. It was something about gives a whole new meaning to this tweet, and it was a tweet that said "Go Cougars" or something like that. BYU as the Cougars, so it's funny that he played for the Cougars, and that's pretty funny. I love that. All right, so that's Kyler Murray. 6 for me is where it gets tricky. So
I'm not.
Redraft, it has to be Brady or Burrow, right?
Well, and that he said that before Murray, but I'm agreeing with him at 6. That for me, it's Burrow. He edges out Brady here for me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brady's old as hell. He's going to start falling off eventually, right?
I have other reasons. To drop Brady in the ranks too.
Burrow's weapons in that offense are just gross.
Yeah, I totally agree. And that offense was clicking last year.
Yeah, and he showed last year he can get it done. And so for me, Burrow would be our number 6.
Yeah, for me it's Joe Burrow here. And the reason it's not Tom Brady, if we want to go ahead and go into that.
No Gronk.
There's no Gronk. And Godwin going to be missing there for a little bit. Yeah, I think he's got to fall off at some point. Now, am I going to be kicking myself at the end of the season when he's the number 4 quarterback? Probably. But but I don't think it'll happen. In my heart of hearts, I just don't think it'll happen. He's missing some weapons. It's going to hurt him. And so I don't want it. Yep. Joe Burrow there.
All right. Who's your number 7?
Oh, boy. Okay.
Just kind of scrolling down the list here so everybody can see who else is down here.
So my number 7. You want
me to say mine first?
Nope. I'll say it. For me, it's Jalen Hurts.
Me too.
Oh, okay, cool. So for me, it's Jalen Hurts because I'm going to go back to the rushing yardage, right? Plus, he gains A.J. Brown. Are you kidding me? I mean, again, we're looking at redraft here. I know there was a thing that came out and said, they're not feeling too confident and blah, blah, blah. I don't give a crap about any of that, right? It's just looking at fantasy points right now. If he plays this season, Jalen Hurts will do fantastic. He's built for fantasy football. He's not built to win games in real life. He's built to win fantasy football matchups. That's just, it is what it is. In real life, I want Tom Brady over Jalen Hurts all damn day. In fact, I can name 10 more quarterbacks I want over Jalen Hurts in real life.
In real life, I can name 31.
Yeah. No, I can't name 31. But I'm not going to put Drew Lock or Geno Smith over Jalen Hurts.
Fair. That's fair.
But he is made to win fantasy matchups, and I want that. I would say that he's actually very close to Joe Burrow there. I could almost switch him, but I do like Joe Burrow more, I feel like. So
yeah, I just
here for me.
I trust Burrow just a little bit more. His throwing ability. Hurts has the rushing ability, but he hasn't shown that passing proficiency yet. to complement the same way a Kyler Murray or a Lamar Jackson does.
Agree.
James is about to get banned.
I know. Waiting to watch you guys go Hurts over Dak. I'm not going to put his trash comments.
He's a Texans fan. He's over there talking crap about the Cowboys. Like, come on, bro.
Man, I tell you. Yeah. They're not even – the Texans aren't even the second best team in Texas.
I know. There's high school teams better than the Texans, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, like, the Dallas Cowboys, Allen High School, and then maybe the Texans.
Yeah.
So you got the Allen Eagles better. So get out of here, James. He doesn't even know what Allen High School is. This guy's in Canada. That explains a lot.
This is true.
That's funny. Yeah, Hurts is just made to win fantasy matchups. I don't know what to tell you. Let's move on to the next one before I fly to Canada and punch Cockpit right in the face. Yeah, I actually do miss Cooper already. I liked Mari Cooper quite a bit. Actually.
I wouldn't miss Cooper as bad if Gallup was healthy, I think. But I did like Cooper a lot.
Yeah, I'm a fan of his. I like him.
All right. Number 8.
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Dak Prescott for me.
Yeah, it was same.
I really it's a high-powered offense.
This is stupid. We're agreeing way too much on this, man. We haven't had an argument yet. This is crazy.
We lost Cooper, but everything else is in place. High-powered offense, most points per game in the league last year.
Mm-hmm.
And Dak wants to run more.
Yep. First of all, Cockpit.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did, and they did it quite well. So, get out of here. You act like they got blown out in the playoffs.
Do you even know why we're here right now?
I don't even think he watches football, so I don't even know.
Let's just talk about the Cowboys all night. I'm a Texans fan. I'm trying to make myself feel better. Come on, bro.
I don't even think they get cable TV in Canada. Get out of here.
He's out here trying to make himself feel better about his team.
Haha, come for the punch, stay for the scenery.
He's punching up at the Cowboys because he's a freaking Texans fan.
That's funny. All right. Yeah, Dak Prescott for me. Again, you're talking about a high-powered offense.
Yeah.
And, I mean, CeeDee Lamb going to be more comfortable in that offense. I think Zeke's going to come back better this year. They're going to get Pollard probably more involved, which will be good for that offense.
They have to. They have to get him more involved.
Familiar coaching staff. I just feel good about it. That is a high-powered offense, not playing against great defenses. That schedule is beneficial as well. So, yeah, I like Dak there for sure.
Yep. All right. Number 9.
Ooh, this is where it gets tricky.
9 and 10 for me are almost equal.
Yeah. I get
if we even have the same 2, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna throw one out there that I don't know if you're going. Oh, no worry, Alvarez. No worries. Let's see. I'm gonna throw this one out there, and let me see your thoughts on this. You said this is number 9, right?
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford for me.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my God! What?
Who's your number? Is your 10 as close as mine?
Probably. You want me to just say it?
Yeah.
Russell Wilson?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Brady.
Oh, okay.
To me, Stafford and Brady are real close.
Okay.
And Stafford gets the slight edge because, well, he's younger. I know it's not dynasty, but I still worry a little bit about Brady falling off with fewer weapons. But Stafford has, I feel like, better weapons in a better offense. And then Brady's still Brady. So that's why he's 10 for me. The reason I don't have Russell Wilson ahead of either of them is because that is a new team, new offense for him.
Yep.
I do expect him to do well. I just not enough for me to take him over Stafford or Brady.
I love this here, Cockpit. You keep saying it starts to get tricky. I agree. You do keep saying that every time we get anything. Okay, this is where it starts to get tricky. And it's like, no, it's been tricky for like 5 picks.
It gets tricky. We just happen to agree, which is very strange. But our first disagreement, we had Stafford at 9, but it's Brady or Wilson at 10.
It's just funny that it took the 10th pick for us to disagree, and we haven't discussed this at all coming into this. And I thought you were going to think I was maybe crazy for Stafford up there at 9.
No.
But yeah, talking about Stafford here, I mean, I love his weapons. He's in his second year in that offense, which is dangerous as hell. I mean, good Lord. So
better weapons. They replaced, Odell Beckham Jr. with Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
I love that.
Upgrade. Yeah,
upgrade.
Van Jefferson came into his own, and he's going to be better this year too, I feel like. So that offense is going to be really dangerous. I would almost venture to say maybe even above Dak Prescott. I hate to say that as a Cowboys fan. I feel like number 9 is a safer one.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Dak gets a little bit of rushing yardage in there. And they play against weaker defenses. I think that comes as an advantage.
It's also possible Dak, he does have his games where he disappears because they get in a running mode, so it's very possible Stafford finishes ahead of Dak, but that rushing upside and that high-powered, high-scoring offense is going to that combination keeps him edging out Stafford for me just barely.
Yep.
It's not a huge gap there by any means.
All right. So looking at our number 10 here, our first disagreement, and I don't even necessarily disagree. For me, this is where it gets tricky. Starts to get tricky.
You sound like, what was that, Jen Pataki? We'll circle back to it.
Jen Psaki or whatever.
Whatever her name was.
We'll circle back on that. For me, this is actually really close between 3 quarterbacks, right? When I get to my number 10, I'm looking, is it Russell Wilson? Is it Tom Brady? Or even Aaron Rodgers? So that's where I get, did I?
Something reset there.
Weird.
Yeah, everything just clicked off and right back on for a second. I don't know what happened.
All right, well, we got you back on here. So, again, my 10, I'm between Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady here, right? And I think this is where a little bit of personal bias may come in here, that I'm picking Russell Wilson because, again, there's more mobility and he can keep plays alive. I feel like he's got quite a few weapons to work with in that offense, and I feel like he's going to thrive.
Yeah, I keep circling back around to the fact that it's his first year in that system with those players, whereas Brady's comfortable with the guys he's got, the offense he's playing in, and it's Tom Brady. Like, he's going to chuck it a ton.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, it's Brady, then Wilson, and then Rodgers. Like you said.
Yeah, I feel like Rodgers is at the bottom of that list for me as well. Here's my advice to anyone watching. Don't listen to me on Tom Brady. I overly discount Tom Brady in fantasy football every year. It's a downfall. I do it every year. I discount him. So Tom Brady's probably higher than I'm giving him credit for, so we should probably actually stick him in at 10 because...
Well, Johnny over here in the chat says he likes Brady higher, so he'll be our tiebreaker.
Okay.
And we'll go Brady.
We'll give Johnny that, and then...
Brady at 10, then Wilson.
And Cockpit, I wouldn't say cool would be the right word. I think more like frightening or scary or disappointing. So Albert likes Carr over Rodgers this season.
So we agree on Brady and then Wilson.
Yeah. And then for me, Aaron Rodgers.
So then we're at number 12.
And that's actually probably where I put Derek Carr.
What? Wait.
No.
It's Russell Wilson's number 11. So number 12.
With Aaron Rodgers for me.
For me, Aaron Rodgers without Devontae Adams. I know he's still Aaron Rodgers.
Still Aaron fucking Rodgers.
But Derek Carr with Devontae Adams. And hear me out. Kirk Cousins in a new offense. The guy who came from the Rams. I can't remember his name off the top of my head right now. I like Kirk Cousins a lot this year too. And I think those three are really close.
I just have a hard time with the MVP dropping off that as a one wide receiver. I don't see him letting that happen.
I really think they're going to run a lot more this year without him having that trusted receiver, especially when the weather gets colder. The second half of the season, when it starts getting really cold, windy, snowy, whatever.
You think Derek Carr takes that big of a step forward with Devontae Adams being there? You think
Carr's been pretty solid anyways.
He's been pretty solid. But
I think he could take a pretty good step forward. Honestly, I think between him and Cousins, I think Cousins takes a bigger step forward than Carr does, just based on the offense they're going to start running. I just don't think in good faith I can rank either of them ahead of Rodgers because it's freaking Rodgers.
Yeah.
So this is where my mind gets a little bit... It gets a little bit like, yeah, Rodgers is Rodgers, but...
Yeah.
I mean, he has a pretty proven track record, let's be honest.
I think my safer bet, that's not true either. I mean, I could see the argument between Carr and Rodgers. I don't disagree. I think it's a coin flip. And for me, it lands on Rodgers just based off of safety and trust.
I was going to say, experience. I think Carr has been solid, but he hasn't shown that, like, he can be, like, as productive as Rodgers yet. Mm-hmm. Does one receiver make a difference? Maybe.
Could, yes.
But, maybe not.
Well, we also, I mean, if Waller is back in healthy, he played last year, most of it without Waller. Waller was out hurt forever. I feel like he was out a lot.
Yeah, plus the emergence of Renfro, of course.
Man, no joke.
Who? New running back they got in the draft.
Yeah.
To either replace or complement Jacobs, however they see fit.
New coach.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, I could see the argument for Carr here. For me, it's kind of a coin flip.
Yeah, this is where it really, truly gets hard for me. Because I can see the case for all of those guys.
Yeah, I'm seeing more votes for Carr.
I am too, and I think the consensus with everybody is Carr. I think I'm the only one kind of leaning Rodgers.
No, I'm leaning Rodgers. I told you Rodgers here over Carr, but I've been convinced that Carr could very easily do better than Rodgers.
Let's go
Rodgers. There's some.
Let's go with the chat. Let's go with the chat and go Carr, because I can see the case for both.
Yeah,
and based off of their opinions as well as getting out of my own head as far as like just trust level, personal trust level. Like,
Mhm.
let's go with more of the consensus. Let's just go with Carr here.
Okay,
Um,
I don't hate it.
I'm not anti-Carr, so I'm totally okay with this move. And honestly, if you're looking at it in a 12-team league, we just ranked him number 12. So the last guy to get a quarterback has his pick of any of these guys, him, Rodgers, Cousins, any of that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so I think that's fine. But as much as I like the upside of Cousins in the new offense, I still can't put him above Rodgers. So I think Rodgers has to go 13.
Okay.
Since that was kind of where we were split, I think
Yep,
Rodgers has to go next.
I agree.
And then at 14,
I'd go Cousins.
I'd go Cousins.
Yep. Ouch. H Tim's over on IG says Aaron Rodgers is a glorified Tony Romo.
Well, that's really downplaying Rodgers. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl at least. They don't play dissimilarly, though.
Yeah, I think they do play kind of alike. Rodgers does it better, but
Rodgers does it better, and you know, Tony Romo didn't have an O line or weapons until he got old, and then they finally fixed the O line and got some weapons, but he was too old to do anything with it. So Tony Romo had bad timing for sure. But
at least Tony Romo looked like he was having fun out there. I mean,
Rodgers
Aaron Rodgers looks like he's just pissed the whole time.
Rodgers definitely does it better, regardless. Though, I mean, he's a better version. Let's say Tony Romo is like Maker's Mark or Sam Choice, Aaron Rodgers. They used to compare Romo's playing style to Favre too. He's no Favre either. So yeah, he plays very similar style, but they're just at a different level doing it for sure. All right.
Murphy says Kirk Cousins best QB in that division.
I mean,
So over Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
yeah, like if you're talking talent, that's false. If you're talking fantasy upside, it's very possible.
hey Kyle, you like that? That's what H Shim says that on there. That's funny. Yeah, I think it's possible in fantasy that Kirk Cousins is the best one in that division this year. I think it's very possible that he overtakes Aaron Rodgers this year. But real life, just pure talent, give me Aaron Rodgers all day.
Yeah. All right. Let's do one more. Let's do number 15 here.
Hey, what's up, Nilla?
We can do number 15, and then we could switch over to Dynasty real quick. Maybe do a quick top 10 there. And honestly, it's probably not going to change that much. So we could probably go deeper redraft even, and then
I think it's fine. Okay, so we're looking for one more here.
looking for one more, number 15 for the current year.
Okay, here we go.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Trey Lance.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think out of everybody left, I think he's got the most upside for sure.
Dang, we're good. Oh, look, Albert guessed it too. I did not see him over there. Albert.
Oh, I didn't either. That's funny.
Yep. I think it has to be Trey Lance there because, and honestly, Trey Lance could come on and surprise us all and finish in that top 10. No problem.
Good. It's within the realm of possibility.
But am I chancing taking him as my number one QB in a redraft?
Not in a redraft.
No, I just can't do it. And so he gets this lower rank here because we just don't know yet. But he has potential to be up there, doing the same sort of stuff that Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson. I think he'll Jalen Hurts better than Jalen Hurts. So I feel like he has big potential, but it's yet to be seen, right? Like in a full capacity. So the excitement's definitely there from everybody. And luckily, I think in both of my dynasty leagues, I have him, so I'm happy about that. But Yeah, in redraft, he's not my QB1 yet.
Yeah, agreed. Now, bonus redraft question. I think everybody expects Deshaun Watson to miss some games. If he manages to escape a suspension, where would you take him in redraft?
Shit. Oh, okay. Looking at this list here, I would probably
Like a
take
drum roll, like
right. I would say either. I would say maybe between Burrow and Hurts. If he gets zero suspension.
See, if he gets no suspension, for me, I think I'm going to put him a little higher than that. I'm going to put him between Lamar and Murray.
I'm accounting for rust because he hasn't played.
Not on Sundays, but you know that dude's been working out and throwing balls and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be as rusty as people expect. I mean,
Yeah, I think it's different playing in a pro game, and wait, he's still got Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones are his wide receivers.
so
I
you
mean,
have
it's
him.
it's not a
So
bad
you have
offense.
him
I just
here. I have him here. Split the difference. We'll put him here.
okay. I almost said right above Burrow, but then I was like,
So
nah, just that
we'll
rust I
put him.
dropped.
We'll put him at 6. If no suspension, we'll put Watson at 6.
Yeah, that's safe. That's a good bonus question.
All right. Let's move to Dynasty. Let's see. Let's put all of these guys back in here. Grade. All right. Dynasty. Pretty sure our top guy is not changing.
Nope, it's still gonna be Josh Allen.
Do we still have Mahomes over Herbert in Dynasty?
I have Herbert over Mahomes in Dynasty.
I do too, actually. Just a touch younger.
Come up with your own stuff, Kyle. Dang.
But it's still the clear top 3.
No, I agree. I agree. It's still that top 3, but I have Herbert over Mahomes here. He's a little bit younger, and those offensive weapons around him. I mean, you got to think also Mahomes. So what I like about Mahomes is you know where he's going to be for the next 9 years, right? Like
For sure.
and so
They're not letting Herbert get out of. I almost said San Diego. They're not letting Herbert get out of LA ever.
Like then again, I thought Tyreek Hill would be with him most of that entire time too, and here we are. So, Kelsey is got. I don't even know how many years left, but he won't be there that full time either. I feel like Herbert's weapons are going to probably be around a little bit longer. I know Keenan Allen's gone, but in a few years, he's older too, right? But wide receivers also last longer than tight ends. The running back situation is better in San Diego.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like Herbert's situation more than Mahomes.
Yeah, I do too.
He's just younger too.
All right. Number 4. This is where it changes up for me. It's not Lamar Jackson for me.
Okay.
I got Burrow at number 4. He jumps Jackson for me here. And I think, I don't think. The reason why is I think his game will translate long-term better. I think his career will be longer, not running so damn much.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Lamar Jackson will break down faster. Look at running backs, right? So if a QB's doing that, it's going to shorten his career too.
Well, and the older you get, the slower. He's not always going to be the fastest guy on the field.
Right.
Right. I mean, there will be younger guys coming into the league that are faster. So, and then he's going to slow down a little bit. He can't keep the speed that gives him that advantage for 5 more years probably.
Right.
And so when
It's
that's
the
what
same
most
thing.
of your
Same
game
thing with
relies on,
Kyler Murray too.
yeah.
Same deal.
So when most of your game relies on those legs being the fastest one on the field, at some point that's going to give up.
Yeah.
So, yep, I like Burrow there more in Dynasty.
Yep.
Well, with that being said,
But
I think that Lamar Jackson's still number 5.
Whoops, that was a gaffe. Yes, I agree. I mean, you can only ding him so much for that, and then it's like, no, you have
But I still want him on my starting lineup.
yeah, you know, it's like, well, I'll use him as much as I can. I'll grab another one, another young guy later that can take his place when he slows down.
Yep, exactly.
And so then number 6, Kyler Murray.
Yeah. Yep, I agree with that. Kyler Murray.
So they're not changing up a whole lot. And a lot of that is because this early, I mean, a lot of your best quarterbacks just happen to also be young and good for dynasty. Once we get down in some of the old dogs, that's where it'll start getting interesting.
Yeah, that's going to be a little tough for sure.
So after Murray, my next one would actually be Dak. And it's because I know the Cowboys are going to stick with Dak long term.
I same.
Versus Hurts.
Yes.
Who the hell knows after this year?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Is Hurts, I think, has one more season to prove himself. If he can't do it with A.J. Brown this year, he gone. And next year's quarterback class is going to be way stronger than this year's. So you better step it up.
Yep.
But there's too much uncertainty there to not put Dak, who is easily their franchise quarterback and talented and on a high-powered offense, playing against some pretty sucky defenses. I like Dak there.
Now, who is number 8?
So, for me, this is tricky because
there's some really good quarterbacks on the board. One we just shit on, and 4 of them are really old, and one hasn't played a game in the NFL yet. So
my next one is it's tricky because if he gets to play in the NFL, then it's Deshaun Watson. I'm surprised. I think the 6-game suspension thing is bullshit. I don't see the NFL if just giving him a slap on the back of the hand for all this crap. Not with today's time and the way you have to keep an image and all this stuff. The NFL is fighting to keep up with the good fight, right? So they have to, because they've botched other things in the past. So they've really put themselves between a rock and a hard place, right? So a 6-game suspension is stupid. They suspend guys for a full season for way less.
Yeah, like for gambling.
So yeah, like on one game, as far as we know, right? Like $1,500 on one game or something stupid. So no, I don't think he only gets 6 games. I don't think Deshaun Watson's playing this year. That's just my opinion, but I think it's a pretty educated guess. But so do I want to spend a first round? Like, do I want to draft him as my QB1 in Dynasty?
I don't.
No. But is that how our ranking is? Are these draft rankings or are these just rankings?
Well, they're dynasty rankings. Dynasty startup draft rankings, basically.
Okay. So I would not draft Deshaun Watson. In fact, when they said that the NFL would fight to get an indefinite suspension, That's what I suspect they're gonna fight for. I don't think they want that crap in the NFL. Period. So yeah, so that's funny, cockpit. But it can't only be public opinion. They need some grounds because the Players Association won't let it happen.
The grounds is they
Nope.
suspended people based on public opinion in the past. You can't just all of a sudden not do it now if that's the precedent they've set.
This country now runs on public opinion. You don't need anything else but a public opinion.
There's a
So
lot of eyes on this decision for sure because they have suspended people based on public opinion before. If they don't do that here, it's gonna look odd because no one else has had this many cases and issues against him. What, because he didn't get caught on video like Ray Rice, he's gonna get off?
no, I
Like,
have no opinion on whether he's guilty or not. I mean, I do, but I'm not gonna voice it here. But but
it's one
that
of those
doesn't
picks
matter.
or it didn't happen situations.
This is not a court of law. This is a court of public opinion, and we know what the power that has. So Deshaun Watson's season is looking really bad. His career, in my opinion, is on the line. His entire career is. So I'm not drafting him here, and I advise people to not draft him. And if he does play, how much is that going to be on his mind? Because people aren't going to give up calling. I mean, people still say Ben Roethlisberger or whatever, right? Like he never lost that. And that, so Deshaun Watson's not going to lose this. Someone should come up with a really clever nickname. He's never going to live it down, right? But H. Tim said Ray Lewis literally murdered someone and then won a Super Bowl. Very true.
Those were different times. And now Cockpit says Kraft got nothing. Kraft is an old white man team owner billionaire. That's different.
Baltimore's all about murder, so
it's just different.
Aaron Hernandez,
Big Ben was also definitely guilty. James, I agree.
Though he was not playing anymore. He was put in prison. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of eyes going to be on this decision, but I agree with you. I'm not drafting him as my QB1.
I just see how they treated Zeke on something absolutely ridiculous.
Now, here's the thing, though. If this decision, as of right now, I'm not drafting him as my QB1 for all the reasons you just said. Now, in a month, when the decision comes out, if he gets partial season, 1 season, and that's it, okay, I'll draft somebody else later and roll with them for a year. And I would be perfectly fine taking him right here. Actually, I'd probably take him between Jackson and Murray. If he doesn't get the indefinite kicked out of the league, you're never playing football again treatment. Not because I like it, but because he's going to ball out when he plays.
So let's do this based off of current news. Let's assume he gets a 6-game suspension.
If he only gets a 6-game suspension, I would take him probably right after Lamar Jackson.
Let's throw him in there. Let's just assume he gets a 6-game suspension here.
All right. So I got to update my list now.
Okay, so if Deshaun isn't playing, what about Henry Ruggs? Also not playing.
That's funny. We ended up putting him at 6 in both lists.
But I'm telling you what, that next Longest Yard movie is going to be fucking lit.
Do what?
The next Longest Yard movie.
Oh.
All these Yardbirds we got going. It's just, man, they're putting together an all NFL team in the yard ready to play the guards. Oh, man.
All right, so number 9. Who you got?
Oh, man. I don't know.
I'll tell you where I'm going.
Jalen
Hurts.
Yeah. So I was actually between him and Matt Stafford. But I think I'm going Jalen Hurts, a lot younger, obviously. But I'm still worried about if he doesn't show out this year, then he's in trouble.
Yeah, I think he will. I think he'll end up winning that job long term. God dang it! I keep.
Get it
Um,
together, Kyle.
well, it's like I don't let go before I move the mouse back, and it's like, but I do think he'll end up winning that job out long term. I don't think he'll play this year and be done. Like I say, he's got too many weapons. So,
Yeah.
and being a lot younger.
Well, and I think we've discussed this in the past. AJ Brown's the type of guy you just got to get it in his general vicinity, and he's probably going to catch it, right? That's the type of wide receiver that Jalen Hurts needs. And then it should open up Devontae Smith more to make those passes to him easier, passes to Goddard easier. It should just open up the field more for Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts should have a good year, but if he doesn't, but of course that's how most of these guys are, honestly.
Yeah. But I'm with you. The next one is Matt Stafford for me.
Yep.
Yes, he's a little bit older, but
Tom Brady can prove that
he's not
play quarterback forever.
I was gonna say he's a pocket passing quarterback. Like I think he could play a good 4 or 5 more years easy there.
Oh yeah,
and by then, take a rookie pick, draft a young guy at the end of your startup. But I want to rock with this dude for the next 4 or 5 years in that offense for sure.
Yep. And you can draft him lower than that.
You can draft him lower than this.
This is where I'm ranking him, but you can get him later than that and save your draft pick. I mean, in a draft strategy, you can wait and draft Matthew Stafford later because people look at that age and discount him, which I think is just rookie mistake.
Yeah. So that's 10.
Okay.
Do we want to go further?
Yeah.
Let's do 12. Let's do 12 at least. So 12-team league. So my number 11 is actually Russell Wilson.
Yep, that's where I would put too.
Again, a little bit older, but in that offense, I think he could play for several more years and still be very productive. My number 12 is an interesting one because he's right on that fence of, do you draft him as a QB1 or
Trey
do you
Lance,
draft
right?
everybody else? Yeah.
Oh, that's who I was putting there. So
Trey Lance, because it's like, okay, if he gets that job this year, no brainer. I'm probably moving him up ahead of Hurts or even Dak. But as of right now, we don't know 100%. So I'd rather have the other two ahead of him. But I like him in this spot right here.
Yeah, I agree. I think in Dynasty he gets a bump here. And he's yeah.
You might not feel 100% comfortable right now having Lance as your QB1 in Dynasty, but this is where you have to draft him if you want him. And honestly, I think it's worth it.
Albert says, I have Stafford and Lance in one of my Dynasty leagues. We have that in one of our Dynasty leagues, Kyle.
Chef's kiss. Yes, I love it. I love that combo because you can draft Lance and wait 2 or 3 rounds and then get Stafford most likely in a Dynasty draft. So it's going to be pretty easy to get that combo.
Yep.
But if you draft Lance and wait a few rounds and grab, Derek Carr, Kirk Cousins, any of these other, like that's a good QB to have just in case Lance doesn't work out right,
I think that's a good draft strategy for sure. I think you have to pick up Lance sooner in your draft.
Take the shot on the talent,
and then you pick up someone like Stafford, a little bit later, and Cousins, Russell Wilson, something like that. You can get some of these guys, a little bit later to just cover for them. But
yeah, absolutely,
still great for another couple years. So, let's see. Mr. Stark said Ruggs most likely won't go to jail, and if he does, it'll be a maximum 5 years because of expensive ass lawyer who already threw out his BAC report. Yeah, Ruggs probably won't go to jail, and he'll just get a nice breathalyzer put in his car or something. Who knows? I mean, seriously. I
You'll have
mean,
to
I
get
know,
somebody to blow into the.
yeah. I mean, I know people who have been in that situation, and that's what happened. They didn't actually go to jail for it.
Get their date to blow into the breathalyzer so they can start their car.
All right, let's see. So let's come back over here real quick. I got some good stuff over here on IG. Colin Parker says, "What's your thoughts on Brady kissing children?"
He kisses his kids weird, but they're his kids.
I mean, he does kiss them a little weird, but I mean, we kissed our dad for quite some time growing up. I mean,
When you're little, like, you
yeah,
don't register that shit. It's whatever.
well, I mean, yeah, the kids are little, like they're pretty young. So
I remember when that video came out or whatever. The kid was young. Like, who cares? It's your kid.
yeah. Then HM says, if Stafford is first ballot Hall of Fame, I will name my firstborn after him, boy or girl, or or non-binary. That's funny. Just whatever it is, it'll be. Well, are you gonna name your child Matthew or Stafford? Stafford is a safer name, but it's also very waspy. So it just depends.
Just combine them and go Mafford.
Mafford, don't do that. Chalupa Batman.
Chalupa Batman.
Murphy wants to know Stafford or Percy Harvin all time.
What?
Percy Harvin, I'm a big fan.
Percy Harvin was like one of the greatest talents to ever be
I
wasted.
love Percy Harvin.
Colin also full his migraines.
Colin also wants to know how does any of this affect LeBron's legacy?
Is he working for
LeBron's
ESPN? Like, what the hell?
LeBron's still a bitch. That's what it does for his legacy.
He works for ESPN, doesn't he? This guy. He keeps.
If O'Neal, HM says if O'Neal Cruz didn't get jail time, Henry Ruggs is fine. And then he also says Sathu Mafford.
There you go.
Yeah, Sathu Mafford, perfect.
That is perfect.
The name itself is non-binary. You can mix and match the letters however you want, because putting them in any certain combination is really just a social construct of those words. I don't know where I'm going with that. That's just all I got.
If I ever had a kid, I would literally name it in binary code just to piss off everybody that is about the non-binary.
An Elon Musk type thing, just name it in code. Or
so
are you
10011110101 and
ones and zeros? Yeah, you would do that. You would name your kid like some Excel sheet, something or other, like equals sum parentheses.
No, my kid would be #reference exclamation point.
There you go. Oh, that's a good one. You should get that as a tattoo.
That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it? #reference exclamation.
That'd be a hell of a tramp stamp, Kyle. You should get that.
Oh yeah, let me just put it right down there.
No, on your face somewhere. That'd be good. Get a face tattoo of #reference exclamation point. All right, this show's getting ridiculous. We should just log off of here. Yeah, #ref. #REF.
Well, there's your top 15 QBs and your top for redraft and your top 12 for dynasty.
Yeah.
We're doing running backs next week?
Yep. Let's do live running back ranks next week.
It's going to be harder to limit that to 15. We're going to have to move faster next week if we're going to get to dynasty.
Yeah. Colin, are you still talking about LeBron's legacy there? That's all I can think of there.
Colin's doing like a stream of consciousness thing over there, isn't he?
I think so. Murphy's really into Dalvin Cook. Wants to know if Dalvin Cook, #1 overall, is the wrong move to make.
Yes.
That's what I said too.
Yes, it is. In any format. Unless you get extra points for being a Viking, any format, that's a wrong move.
Yeah, that is not a good move.
Viking Premium League.
That offense is changing. Yeah, but the question, word for word, was: Is Alvin Cook a safe first overall pick? I'm thinking that's the play, and
No.
you're the only one thinking that's the play, Murphy. So don't do that.
Yeah, they're going to go more pass heavy.
Yeah. DeAndre Swift also good. Guys, come back next week. We will do running backs next week. We are on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Central. That's 11 o'clock Eastern. I don't know where you guys are at. So come back next week and we'll do running backs because there's a lot of running back questions.
You're going to blow this list up real quick? You're going to blow this list up for the go full screen there for everybody before we.
Let me blow that up so people can see. That's as big as I can do it.
I can zoom in.
There you go. Oh, that's too zoomed.
Get rid of that.
There you go.
Yeah, I went too far. There we go. You still can't see the bottom two over there, but
that's fine. That way people can see what those look like. You got your redraft: Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott, Matthew Stafford. And then QB ranks: Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson, Watson thrown in there, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts, Matthew Stafford, Russell Wilson, and Trey Lance coming in at 12.
With the bonus question, with no suspension, Deshaun Watson goes 6 overall.
Yep.
In the redraft. But yes, I don't have that on here because it was a hypothetical.
Yep. That's all we got at this point with Deshaun Watson. But I think he'll serve a 6-game suspension at a minimum. Yeah. Probably a year, if we're being honest. So, all righty. That's all we got for tonight. Let's log off here and join us next week for the running back live rankings coming here. Let us know what you think, where they should be, and we'll talk through it and make live decisions like we did tonight.
Everybody loves to talk running backs. Bring your friends to talk to us in the chat. Let's have a full discussion and rank these bad boys.
True that. All right. See you guys next week.